Hello students, welcome to my channel Rachna Study Point. Students, how are you? I hope you will fine. So students, today we will study a poem of class 10th English NCERT from book First Flight. In this video, we will go through line by line explanation of this poem, Fire and Ice, and in the video I will tell you short detailed summary and theme of the poem. What does this poem gives a message? All the things will be provided to you. Now students, first of all, I will tell you the introduction of poem. This poem is also written by Robert Frost. This poem expresses the profound idea that the world would end in either of two ways, either by ice or fire. Both the components compared with self-destructing human emotions, hatred and desire. The poem very artistically underpins the philosophy that will let our emotions rule us, and if don't control them, they will surely destroy everything around us. Similarly, he thinks fire and ice both are just a come in bringing the world to a catastrophic end. Now students, I will tell you what is the message of Fire and Ice. The poem Fire and Ice is a metaphor for human feelings of desires and hatred. Fire represents burning desires, while ice, on the other hand, depicts ice cold hatred. It tells us about how we humans will be the end of our own race. Now students, I will tell you what is the main theme of Fire and Ice. The main theme of Fire and Ice is about destruction, the central theme of the poem. The first part of the poem reflects on destruction by fire, which is caused by obsession. Now students, let's begin the poem with explanation. I will explain you whole poem line by line with satisfied answer. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Here is a word meaning desire. It means a strong feeling of wanting to have something or wishing for something to happen. Favor, it means support or approval. The poem expresses the profound idea that the world would end in either of two ways, either by ice or fire. One group is of the opinion that someday the earth's core will get so heated up that it would lead to fire, destroying the earth's surface. On the other hand, the second group says that if the temperature goes down to an extent that makes life on earth impossible, it would have the same catastrophic effect. The poet then compares fire and ice with the destructive features of human emotions, desire and hatred. He says that from what he is aware about fiery desires, he would favor the ones who say that it would be fire. By saying so, he brings about the idea that human beings let their emotions rule them and the consequences of unmonitored longing is chaos. Now students, let's begin second stanza. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of it to see that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Here is a word meaning peris. It means die. Suffice means be sufficient. It means extra. Now students, I will give you explanation. Then by not waiving of the first opinion of fire or option of fire, he considers if the world has to expire twice, ice would be equally competent in ending it. He brings about a contrast between ice and hatred. The human capability of insensitivity and hatred has the potential for inner destruction. Though slow and steady, it has the same effect that desire has on us. So, if given an option between fire and ice would be just as good as fire to destroy the world. Now, student, explanation has been done. I will tell you the summary of the poem. Robert Frost's poem Fire and Ice is a strong symbolic poem where fire is used as the emotion of desire and ice that of hatred. He has used the idea of two groups who have their own possible explanation for the end of the world. One is of the opinion that fire alone can destroy each and every possibility of life on earth, while the other thinks that if ice as a result of extreme low temperatures could cover the earth's surface, it would lead to the end of the world. Both of components are compared with self-destructing human emotions, desire and hatred. The poet is originally of the poem that he has been very closely associated with fiery desires and considers it capable of bringing human beings on the verge of destruction. Thus, he considers fire as more competent for destruction, but then he thinks that icy hatred is just as capable of ruining humans, though slowly and steadily. Therefore, if earth was to end twice, ice would be just as good as fire. If fire would lead to rapid destruction, ice would lead to silent damage. Similarly, if fire is pure passion, ice is a pure reason. Thus, the poem very artistic underpins the philosophy that we let our emotions rule as, and if don't control them, they will surely bring us all on the verge of chaos. Now, students, summary has been done and explanation also. So students, if there will be any difficulty, then you can ask in comment. Thanks for watching.